I just look really fucking dumb sometimes. Just by things that I do. Mannerisms that I have. Things I do with my face that I don't like. Hello, welcome to Regan's Rants and Raves. I'm gonna blow my head off. I'm so fucking tired. Welcome to Regan's Rants and Raves. My name is Ellie. I'm your hostess with the mostest, and today we'll be talking about It Chapter 2.
Yeah?
2019's It Chapter 2, in case anybody didn't know that it came out yesterday. Or technically came out on Thursday.
It
Premiered 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Other places. It's fine. It's great.
Yeah.
Dates. Times. Months. Anyways, if you don't want to hear all of our nitty-gritty bits and pieces talking about my nipples, please stop watching if you don't want to spoil this movie for yourself.
Are we doing that? I don't want to do that.
We're talking about nipples?
Specifically your nipples.
I know. It's a problem. They're just a mess.
Okay.
You look like a dumb bitch.
Thank you.
I like your shirt, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it for a few years now. Kind of just sits in my pajama drawer.
Fuck you.
Figured it would go well with a new
Fuck
shining
you.
shirt.
Stop it.
No, but yeah, I got it specifically for this. We're going to talk, whenever we talk about Stephen King, it'll be this from now on.
No.
I also bought a cape.
You're...
And whenever Star Wars nuts up and makes a horror movie, I'm going to be wearing it.
I mean, Solo is kind of a horror movie if you think about it.
Are we going to cover Solo?
No.
Okay, then yeah.
Whenever
we get the zombie clone troopers or stormtroopers, I'll wear the cape.
I think you just wear the cape just cuz.
You'll yell
I
at
think
me.
that I'm gonna yell at you. That'd be the entire podcast episode. It wouldn't even be us talking about a movie. It'd be me talking about your stupid fucking cape. I can't believe you bought a cape.
It's so great.
I mean, I love capes.
Yeah.
But, like, why the fuck? So what did you think about the movie, Alec?
I loved it.
You loved it?
Absolutely loved it, yeah. I can definitely understand if people like the first one more. I don't know where I am on the comparison there yet. It's only been, like, 12 hours.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah.
We saw it at 6 o'clock last night, and it's, like, noon now, so... We've only
like
had
18 hours, I guess.
We've only had so much time to actually sit on it.
Yeah.
But we wanted to do it when it was still a little bit fresh in our brains because this was such a big horror movie that was coming out this year.
Yeah.
So.
But I think a lot of fans of the story knew that the director Andy Muschietti or Muschietti, I don't know what vowels there are going to be silent.
Muschietti.
Yeah. I see what you're doing.
I like that better. I'm gonna call him that from now on.
I think everybody who like knows the story knew that part 2 was gonna be a challenge to kind of make it at least as good as part 1.
Because the way the book ended, from what I'm getting, and the whole joke throughout the entire movie, that got very fucking tired got very tired of that, by the way. I'm like, yeah, your books kind of suck at the end. And they're like, yeah, that's good. Tell him that. At least he's famous. You're not. Anyways. What the fuck are you doing? Anyways.
Making his movies.
Oh. Stupid. Anyways. Nobody liked the ending of the fucking book.
Yeah.
Like, nobody liked the way that it ended. And so that was, like, the inside joke to the inside joke of the inside joke that they told throughout the entire movie.
Yeah.
So, this time around, they kind of told a different story.
Well, like,
a little bit.
Even just bigger than the ending, like, the whole, like, adult half of the book, I think it's agreed by most people is the inferior half.
Yeah.
Of it. Yeah. Like, people like the children being in danger more, which is fair.
Because it's easier to understand for a kid to be afraid of a clown like that than an adult who could just be, do adult stuff.
And, like, I kind of got a sense of that a little bit in this movie. Like, when is, like, every time that the adults are, like, skulking in a corner just, like, waiting for something to happen, I'm just waiting for them to go, for Bill Hader to go, Pennywise, you son of a bitch! Come out here, you skanky whore!
Bill Hader was fantastic in this movie. Every one-liner every fucking...
Yeah.
Jesus. He made this movie to me, I think.
All right, well, let's like run through the cast real quick. Okay, so Bill Skarsgård is back as Pennywise.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. Leaves me wanting
Kinda.
more. Oh, really?
I didn't get Pennywise as much as I did in the first one.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't get Bill Skarsgård. I don't know. It just was just a CGI. I didn't get him acting.
Definitely
really.
toward the end. Definitely, I can agree.
Yeah. Which, I mean, how the fuck are you supposed to do that with a person?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I was kind of way more interested in the adults being adults than I was in Pennywise.
Yeah.
Like, of how the reactions of their past and them kind of coming to terms with it again.
I loved how they dealt with that. Like, the entire second act of the story is centered around these adults confronting their past traumas.
Yeah.
Specifically, a period, and I want to talk about this later in the episode, in the first movie when the kids were split up for a little bit. Mm-hmm. I loved that. I loved how character-driven this story was. But I still also adored everything that Skarsgård did.
Yeah. But I was more... This time around, I was more interested in the adults and their story.
And I think that means it's a success.
I guess so.
Yeah. Like, if you actually, like, find yourself interested in the main characters... I think it did its job.
Than I am in the monster. Because normally, when I'm watching a horror movie, I'm always interested.
Yeah, you're just waiting for Bruce the Shark to pop up.
Yeah, like I'm way more interested in what the sharks do. God damn it! I'm way more interested in the monster or whatever that horror movie. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But this time around, I was way more interested in them.
Yeah.
So that's something, I guess.
And a lot of that is due in part to the writing, and a lot of that is due in part to the cast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's run through all those.
Okay.
See where we're at. So Jessica Chastain as Beverly.
She's a dime.
Yeah.
She is. Probably shouldn't sit here and talk about her looks, but she's a dime.
Yeah. And also a brilliant actress. Yeah.
Really wish they would have delved more into where they were. Mm-hmm. I guess, where they were before they got the phone call.
Yeah.
Because in the book, that was a whole tit.
Yeah.
A whole teat. Like, especially with the domestic violence and how it compares to her father. I'm so interested in Beverly's story.
It kind of had me on edge because it kind of seemed like they were going to go a different way at first.
Yeah, they tried to fake you out, but I did not get that. And I'm like, no, he's about to fucking hit her.
Yeah.
He's trying to fake her out right now and is going to fucking do something to her.
Yeah.
But nobody ever revisited that throughout the rest of the fucking movie, which a kind of a pet peeve of mine. You can noticeably see the bruises on, which, note to them, they kept that throughout the whole time. That didn't lose that at all.
Kudos to the makeup department.
But I really wish they would have touched on that more. Any of all the shit that's going on in their actual lives, they didn't touch on altogether. Mm-hmm. But that's just my little pet peeve, especially about Beverly's.
That was a brutal scene too, especially compared to the '90s miniseries. Like
where it was not.
He just gets knocked out by a tub of lotion, but that was a.
It could have been like glass or something. The tub of lotion.
It wasn't. It was a blue Never mind. But like I remember that was something that you
in the book he was also really drunk.
Yeah.
So if I would have hit you with anything drunk, that might have caused something. I don't know. Okay, so what? Okay, we're gonna get you really trash. I'm gonna hit you with a fucking tub of lotion and see what happens. We'll just see. But
that's a series we can do.
Perfect. Me hitting Alec with stuff while he's trashed. Comment down below. No. I really wish they would have showed more of that. Mm-hmm. Even in this one, I didn't get the full, again, time.
Yeah.
But also, we had 3 hours of movie.
It was a 3-hour movie. Not only was it a whole half hour longer than the previous movie, the budget was double. And I'm gonna come back to that because they do a lot of like big stuff here.
A lot of CGI that, thinking about it now, I really didn't like looking at.
Mm-hmm. But we'll come back to that. Something I thought about while editing last week's episode, when we talked about how every scene between Beverly and an adult is disgusting. We talked about the Clark Kent scene, and the Clark Kent pharmacist returns in this one. Beverly had realized and learned how to weaponize the way that adults and, like, males treat her.
Yes.
Yeah, like, she was, like, taking advantage of that pharmacist and how gross he was.
Yes.
To get what she wants, and I thought that's actually awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, like, it's a shame that anybody treats her that way. But the way that she's smart enough to use that to her advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wanted to throw that out there because I thought about it the 8 hours that I was editing last week. So moving on with the cast, James McAvoy as Bill. Yeah. He was fantastic.
Professor X, my asshole.
He captured that stutter a lot better than the 90s adult Bill.
Oh, where he's almost like, looks like he's about to fucking shit himself in the fucking 90s one.
Yeah, like, there are different stutters, but, like, that stutter just didn't match up with the child actor's stutter. And McAvoy
it reminded me of, it's on South Park.
Jimmy?
Yeah, okay. So, this is what that reminded me of. I always...
Yeah, I'm not gonna...
I always think about that.
Yeah.
Whenever I watch the miniseries. I don't know why. Every time I think about Bill...
What a great audience.
That's what my brain goes to, is... I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, but I always loved James. It doesn't matter. He could fling a poo at a wall and I'd watch it for 3 hours.
I think Bill retained his role as, like, the emotional core of the losers in this one, definitely. And going back to, like, how I was expecting, like, the whole time Bill Hader just, like, fucking call Pennywise out whenever they're on edge. Like, Bill actually kind of does this time. Although I think it was during a flashback, so he wasn't an adult. But
why did Pennywise give him that fucking boat?
I was wondering that.
I wondered. I was thinking about that last night when I got home, and
I think it was just to fuck with him because the
why the fuck
the original chewed. He knew that it was, spoiler alert, a gazebo, placebo. So I think it was just to fuck with him. I'm just wondering why.
Like,
Bill
why hand him the
fucking?
Should keep this there? Where was it?
It's just kind of.
Did he just put it in a closet? Like, does Pennywise have a closet? Like, what?
No, he got it out of the gutter, and, like, Bill just doesn't question it. Like, Pennywise gave me my thing. This boat.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I didn't understand that. Like, why? I get it for, like, storytelling. I understand, but just like. Why would Pennywise... And also, you had Bill in your grasp. Why not just rip him down the fucking...
I mean, like Pennywise's whole shtick, and it's kind of inconsistent with these movies, I think, but, like, he wants to make his victims as afraid as possible before eating them.
Yeah.
Because it, like, tenderizes the meat. Yeah.
Same.
So, like, that's the whole reason that he fucks with them, is to just get them as scared as possible.
But you had him right there.
Yeah.
And if Pennywise knew, but again, what happened the fucking last time, if somebody came at me again like that, I'd do my thing.
Yeah.
And I'd rip you down that fucking sewer hole and eat your ass.
Pennywise, the ass-eating clown.
It's actually porn now.
Jay Ryan, I think the actor's name is, for Ben.
Also a smoke show. They're all really attractive.
Yeah.
So, fun fact, so I've been watching people's reviews all goddamn morning. Somebody pointed out, and I could not fucking tell you what the video was, because, like, I've been watching them back to back, that the original Ben from the miniseries is in this fucking movie.
Is he?
Yeah. Like, he makes a fucking... Okay, so, when they go to Ben's part, it's the guy who's delivering the pitch about the building. That's the original fucking Ben.
Oh.
Like,
okay.
I knew I recognized his face.
Yeah.
Like, I could see it, I could see it.
It was the child actor?
It was the child actor from the fucking original one.
That's really,
somebody fact-checked me, but somebody fucking pointed that out, and now I can't get it out of my head.
So that would be one of at least 2 cameos in the movie, the other being the director.
And Stephen King.
Yeah. And Stephen King, yeah. There's a 3
Which I flipped out whenever I fucking...
Yeah. He was in on the joke that the ending sucked.
Yeah. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
But
you hit me a lot. It's kind of hard to tell whenever you do.
every time I saw anything exciting, I decided to slap you. That way you remember now.
I'm going to get to the exciting thing for me later.
Anyways.
But Jay Ryan is Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smoke show, we all know.
Really hot.
I think, like...
But...
In the book and in the miniseries, like, they made it clear that Ben had, like, moved on the most.
Yeah.
And I think that's still true here. Like, Ben, before he gets the call from Mike, is almost like... But besides, like, physically, also, like, characteristically unrecognizable, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fucking Skyping in on the architecture meeting. Just, we need to tear down the walls. People feel like they're in a prison. Like, it's just, you wouldn't, like, imagine little old Ben talking like that when he's older.
It was the same thing with the child actor in the original one, and then John Ritter.
Yeah.
I made no connection.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't look...
And, like, you know, people reinvent themselves, and Ben, I think, would want to reinvent himself. And again, like, Ben had also moved on the most out of all the losers, if I'm correct. If I'm remembering correctly. But, like, it was just it was just kind of a little discrepancy that I think...
His backstory, to me, they didn't give him as much as they did Bill and they did Bev.
Yeah.
And Mike, too. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Mike does get a bigger backstory. Maybe not even. Like, they...
Well, like, we
each of them kind of got, like, a cunt hair of a second.
Yeah.
To be like, where were you before, blah, 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 blah.
They play with control of information a lot in the first act.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish that they would have gone a different way in one respect with that. I think it would have been more effective if they hadn't shown us what he did before all the losers join up. Because we had to see them find out about his fate anyway.
That'd have been kind of neat.
Yeah. Because, like, I think it would have been neat if
where's Stan, and everybody else is also wondering where's Stan's story.
Yeah. Because then you built some tension.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of just a dramatic irony of us knowing and them not.
Yeah.
But, because, like, he gets to the top and he's like, I promise, Bill. Like, and if they, like, cut away from that, like, okay, he made a promise, he's going to keep his promise. Even if we know he's going to do it anyway.
And then where the fuck is he?
Yeah.
That could have been really neat.
I think it would have been more effective. But they tell the audience a bunch of stuff about the characters in their little, like, 3-minute scenes meeting them. And then we get to see the characters exchange that information as well amongst each other.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Like Beverly, the point I made earlier that she just said, I'm married. Mm-hmm. And you could tell in, like, the tone of her voice that she wasn't.
Yeah, no, like, even leaving her husband, she left her a ring. You know, it's pretty clear.
You can tell, but, like, not to the full extent of what had went down.
Yeah.
Again, I love Beverly's story. Mm. How she went back to a similar...
Yeah. And
similar comfort, if you want to call it comfort.
Let's swing back to run through the cast. Bill Hader as Richie. I think
he made this movie. I think he's one of the most standout roles of this movie.
Oh yeah.
From start to fucking finish, with the vomit as his first fucking.
Yeah.
Because you don't see the beforehand of when he gets a call. You see the after fact.
Yeah.
Which you only see that with, maybe just with him.
I think just him. Yeah.
I think. Oh fuck! You'd have to fact check me, but I'm pretty sure it's just him, where you just see the act after and how he's, like, reacted to that.
Yeah.
To that phone call. You kind of see a little bit of maybe a little bit of Beverly's. Yeah, technically that's an after.
Yeah.
With the beating, but you don't see. I don't think that's a reaction to the phone call. That's a reaction of, hey, I'm being hit.
Is that a belt? No.
Fuck.
No, but I think Bill Hader was definitely the standout.
Definitely, at least my standout role.
And it like, they're all stellar. It's a stellar cast.
Ben, I wish they would have done more with. I think Ben is my least, not my least favorite, because I still liked him. It's just that.
Yeah. Like, they're all great. I do.
Like, when we just talked about that, I didn't have that much to say about him.
Yeah.
as a whole. It's not. I just wish they would have done more with him.
No,
instead
I
of just focusing on the fact that I want to get in Beverly's pants.
Yeah, no, like he really did have a quiet performance, just kind of reacting to Bill and Bev's interactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get that, but I wish they would have done something a little more. But I think they really did kind of shift attention because they focused a lot on Bill, Ben, and Bev in the first movie.
They did.
And now Mike didn't get like a whole lot of attention, but like
somebody said something about him having a substance abuse issue.
The director wanted to make him a junkie for part 2, and that wasn't really apparent in this one. I don't even know if there's anything that would support
except
that.
for you see him drinking.
Yeah. Like I think the only thing that may have been a hint at it, but is when he sees the old newspaper that Pennywise is fucked with, saying that 2 crackheads die in a fire instead of 2 residents die in a fire later.
That could have been a race. I thought it was a race thing. Like the newspaper did that.
Maybe.
It's stereotyped.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But it could have been. He could also have that kind of problem. I don't know.
If he does, it's a much more subtle thing that I didn't even notice in the movie. And I'm glad they didn't because, like we said last week, like, not a great idea.
He also drugged fucking
yeah, he totally
Bill.
did. Yeah.
He drugged Bill.
He did.
And like that somebody made a point when I was watching an interview or not an interview, but a review, that you could have tripped balls on goddamn anything. Anything. You could have given him that and he could have gone on a whole spiritual journey about toilet paper. And like, how did you... I don't know. Somebody made that funny. I don't know why I thought that was funny.
I don't know. Everything having to do with the ritual of Chewed, like, in the book is insane. And they changed it a lot for the movie, but it's still going to be a little insane. Like, I know that the kids, or maybe the adults do trip a little bit in the book, and they do see it crashing to Earth millions of years ago.
But only like 2 of...
Yeah, but
I think only 2 of them did.
I don't know how to get into the chemical composition of a fictional root. Okay, so Isaiah Mustafa as Mike Hanlon, the Old Spice guy.
Old Spice guy.
Yeah.
Which I'm really sad, but that's all I knew him from was the Old Spice commercials. I don't know if he's ever done anything else. He probably has, and I just didn't.
Kind of unrecognizable without the beard.
Kind of, yeah. Like, you could not...
yeah. Like
he's a stone cold fox. Is like with not that he's not both, but like, man, that Old Spice guy.
Hello, ladies.
Talk to me like that more.
So we both agreed that Mike got shafted in the first movie. They took away a lot of his stuff and gave it to Ben.
Do you think he got shafted in this one?
I don't think so. Like,
he did get a lot of screen time.
Yeah,
he got a lot of screen time,
and he was still like the linchpin.
And he was still like the library, like he still worked in the library or lived in there. Both.
Yeah.
All the above.
So I think that kind of confirms my suspicions about why they took so much away from him in the first movie was because he had such a huge role in the second movie.
Still doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
Still doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
Why take away that entire thing?
He was the driving force for the story. And I liked that he was wrong in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, the ritual of Chewed is...
And the thing is that he fucking knew that.
Yeah.
But yet tried anyways.
Yeah.
That's... Why even add it at all just to make it 3 hours long?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is that... I just don't understand. Why add all that? Why not just be like, let's go beat some fucking ass? Because there could have been so much other stuff you could have added from the fucking book.
Yeah.
Instead of that part. Instead of the weird, let's do drugs together, kids.
Yeah.
Why do that if you knew it wasn't going to fucking work? Ultimately, it didn't work.
I mean, it's all part of failure in stories. It's such a weird thing to discuss and to decide whether or not to include, because we all want our characters to succeed, and if they don't succeed, it feels like it was all worthless. Like, this was a big thing with, like, The Last Jedi. Like, there were 3 plots in the movie, and one of the plots was ultimately kind of meaningless because they failed, because it didn't work. That doesn't mean it didn't serve other purposes. And, like, with this one, it still serves some purpose.
I mean, I guess it serves some purpose of them going on their solo journeys.
Yeah.
But also...
It's an inciting incident. Yeah.
What if the Bill's solo journey was interesting. Beverly's was a whole bitch. A whole bitch.
Yeah.
You want to start talking about scares? Because the old fucking lady.
Yeah.
You know they actually made that old lady get naked?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To do, like, the walk by. Not that.
Yeah.
She wasn't... I don't think, at least, she was the big...
No.
But to, like, at least the walk by, they actually made that poor old woman get naked to do that. At least it's what I heard.
Was she not okay with it?
No, she was. I'm just saying.
She's not a poor old lady then. She's just...
No, I'm just saying, like, god damn it.
Job.
That's a lot to sign up for. She's a fucking bomb-ass actress, too.
Oh, yeah, she was great.
I was watching an interview with Jessica Chastain, saying that the old woman... So when they did the pause thing, there was no pause of film. She just stopped and stared that entire time. And the director would yell, or like, stop! And she would just sit there. And that made it even more uncomfortable because they had the, Jessica Chastain go through all of that with this woman.
Yeah.
I loved that whole scene. Again, I think Bev might be... I think it's gonna be Bill Hader's character and Jessica Chastain's character that are my favorites out of this one. So, Richie and Bev. Which they did do another Beep Beep Richie in this one. Didn't make any fucking sense because they didn't plan, there's no setup for that. There was no setup for any time they did that Beep Beep Richie thing, but it's okay. It's fine. It's cute. I guess.
We've got James Ransone as Eddie. I really liked Eddie in this one.
I liked Eddie a lot.
Yeah. He was great. He kind of
Poor
took...
Eddie.
Yeah, so, like, there was a big change in the hotel from the source material. Like, it wasn't Mike that got shanked this time. Eddie got stabbed in the face. And it was... Man! He took it. He took it like a man. Like, why would you do that?
They gave Eddie so much, I guess redemption.
Yeah.
In his character. I guess that's the word I want to use.
Yeah.
But, like, man, was he a fucking...
He was fantastic.
They showed so many sides of that character this time. Like, not that they didn't I think they did show a good bit of Eddie in the first one.
Oh, yeah.
But, man, they gave him a whole bitch.
They did.
Whole story. His mother played his wife in this. Did you not pick that out? I did. So in the book, they're compared, they would almost be sisters, is like the quote.
Okay.
So his mother from the first one plays his wife in this one. Hey!
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed it. I thought other people also noticed it.
I didn't pick up on that.
That's also, I hit you during that part, and I pointed, because I could recognize her face.
Me a lot.
I do.
Yeah.
But I loved Eddie's whole, from start to finish. His poor finish.
Oh.
But he ended on such, like, a good note. Mm. His whole story I loved.
Oh, yeah.
Throughout this entire thing.
Yeah.
I liked Eddie's story a lot. I liked Richie's story. I liked Bev's story. Ben's. Mike's.
Yeah.
Mike's was okay.
Yeah. I just loved when he gets attacked by Henry Bowers.
Stabbing him through the fucking shower curtain.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like,
with his own fucking knife.
Yeah, it's just such a fantastic scene. Like, getting stabbed where he got stabbed, like right in the cheek. Like, that kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety. As you know, I've had a lot of like oral surgeries, and like I've actually had this part of my mouth removed and adjusted. So like just thinking about like something being stuck in there and kind of playing with things, it's something. There's some anxiety there, but no, how he like handles that scene.
How he handles all of his scenes.
Yeah.
With choking like the leper.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're calling him, is the leper, right?
Yeah.
And then him, like, realizing, like, he's actually doing damage by doing this.
Yeah.
I loved it. I love his full reactions to everything. Loved him. I was really excited about that.
Just imagine, like, getting stabbed in the face and, like, why? The final loser to cover is Andy Bean as Stanley. Poor Stanley.
So, with Stan's character, which was kind of a pet peeve I had in the original one, is that they didn't put a lot of heart into losing Stan.
It's like you don't really feel much when he's gone.
This one I did.
Yeah.
Whenever he gets... Okay, so everybody knew what was going to happen with Stan, right? I knew, you knew, the whole fucking world knew, I think. At least I hope.
There was a good idea of what was going to happen,
I'm really glad they didn't do the it thing. Like how he writes it on the wall in his own blood.
Kind of cheesy.
I feel like that was a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I feel like they did it in the best way. And then going from that scene and morphing into Beverly's, I also liked that.
So... I've got thoughts on it. Like suicide is always such a touchy thing to deal with on film. And...
He took himself out of the equation.
Yeah, I want to swing back to that.
His story in the book with his wife, I think I mentioned this a couple times. I really loved...
Yeah, like they were in a really good place. Like even in the movie, they had just planned like a vacation, bought the tickets to Aruba or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that quick...
Yeah. And he's the only one that, like, immediately knows when Mike calls him. It's back, isn't it? Like, no, everybody else had to be told by Mike. But he's the only one that knew. It's like he was living with that.
Yeah.
He's probably the only one who really remembered a lot.
There's a line.
Yeah.
Even in horror movies, there's always that fine line.
Yeah.
Of do you want to cross it or not? I feel like they did that in a very elegant way with this one. I don't think it was that graphic enough to
For the most part.
Because with 13 Reasons Why, you like full-blown fucking see her do it.
Yeah.
Granted, it was a different scenario.
Yeah.
Completely different scenario. But people were very fucking appalled
13 Reasons Why is the wrong way
that.
to do it. I think that this movie handled it fairly well until the end.
Yeah.
All the losers go home and they realize that they've got letters from Stan that aren't suicide notes, even though it's technically a suicide note.
Kind of, yeah.
And Stan's reasoning, and I don't know if it's the same in the source material, but...
I haven't gotten that far.
It wasn't... Like, they frame his suicide as a good thing. I really took issue with that. They framed it as, like, an honorable sacrifice. And I just
Granted, I've never been in that kind of position before.
Yeah.
Not this... I'm talking about the, being with the whole Pennywise situation. Obviously, none of us have ever been in that kind of situation before.
Yeah. Dealing with a cosmic horror entity.
So I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
In that scenario. And my thought process could be similar.
Like, I just...
You never know.
I remember just trying to process, like... what the fuck the letter said, and I must have missed some information, but like he said, if I'm remembering correctly, he knew if they were all together they would all die, so he took himself out of the equation to save them. How is my question? I don't know. I think it was just a bad move.
And the fact that how did you like about the fact that Beverly fucking knew?
Yeah.
Not that she at least knew that he wasn't going to be there.
Yeah.
But, like, how was it going to happen?
Yeah.
How'd you feel about all of that fucking weird?
Like, I think that was a pretty neat, dramatic tool, story tool, just to build some more tension between the characters.
Yeah.
Is that she fucking knows this shit.
She knew before because she saw it.
Yeah. Like, she might not have known, like, the full context of it, but...
Well, she's even said, just like, I've seen us all die.
Yeah.
If we don't do this together,
yeah.
I know what our fate's gonna be.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of keeps them all there.
Yeah.
Kind of. Richie's the one who is very persistent on getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah.
But, coming back to Stan, I didn't have that many issues.
Yeah.
I felt like they definitely made sure that his heart was still there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he was mentioned a good enough times throughout the fucking movie.
Yeah, his presence is still in the movie. It's just that ending reframing.
It is kind of odd.
Yeah, I just took issue with that.
But again, I've never been in that.
Yeah.
Never been in that kind of position before.
Yeah.
So, like, I have no idea.
But, like, the whole thing in the source material is that he kills himself because he's just fucking afraid.
Yeah, which is,
There's no nobility about it. There's no honor about
which
it.
we would have also taken that, but I guess it was a different way to tie up this movie, was to end on a happy note.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was...
happy note. Anyways.
It was a really messy, poor decision.
So fucking Henry Bowers.
Yeah.
There's something to talk about. Progression of his character went from a different kind of crazy to another kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
They changed the thing from, I don't remember what they changed the psychiatric hospital in this one. Then maybe it was asylum or something in the miniseries. I don't remember. Mm-hmm. I think they did that because our changing times. It's obviously not what we call those anymore. That another little side note.
They also changed how Pennywise brings him back.
They did, because it was
projected on a moon anymore.
Yeah. Because in the miniseries, as you can see, you could see the stupid moon thing, which really would not have worked for this one. I don't think. Because
I was wondering if that's what was happening, because like he just looks out the window and like gets happy, and they don't show you what he's looking at for like a minute, and then it's a balloon.
I liked the balloon thing. I really liked the balloon thing, and then when it popped, I almost shit myself. Whatever the fucking
his zombie friend.
What the hell's his name?
I don't know.
God damn it! We just watched the movie yesterday.
Bully Extra number 3.
No, he was the first. Shut up. Anyways, I liked his whole thing.
Yeah.
At least the zombies' whole thing. Henry Bowers, I wish they would have done more with the bully, kind of in this one. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I really liked. There is also a real life fear with them as well. Not that Pennywise isn't a real life, but I did like. Having that on screen too.
Tangible threat.
Yeah, I liked Pennywise using him too. I really wish he would have used him more, but
yeah, he only gets 2 attacks in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how much more involved he was in the source material, but. It felt like they could have used him a little bit more.
They could have. Yeah. Could have. So, that's my thoughts on fucking Henry Bowers. Yeah.
So,
I know you liked the spider thing.
Yes. The peak point in this movie for me. I mentioned it before on this podcast that probably my all-time favorite horror movie is John Carpenter's The Thing. And they make a direct reference to that in this movie. Well,
because they take a lot from horror movies, because that's what scares them a lot.
This is a layered reference, I think. We're gonna peel those back. So, context: they're in the crack house again as adults. Mm-hmm. They're kind of split up a bit. It's Eddie, Bill, and the other Bill Hader. They're off in their own room, and they stumble upon Stanley's head in a fridge, which is a thing from the book.
They also did it in the miniseries.
Yeah. Different scene this time.
Completely different.
But it rolls out and kind of, taunts them. And then the head sprouts spider legs from its head. And I'm thinking, oh shit. And then Bill fucking Hader, standing in the corner, says, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." And I lost my shit during that. Because that's exactly what's said in John Carpenter's The Thing. The exact same scene. Head rolls away from a thing, sprouts spider legs. You gotta be fucking kidding. So let's peel the layers on that. So I think, in the book and in the 90s miniseries, like a lot of the forms that it takes are like movie monsters.
Yeah, so they did the Mummy, they did the werewolf, they did
Jaws.
They've done a lot.
Rodan. There's a lot.
There's list.
Yeah, that wasn't really a thing in these new movies because of like copyright and stuff, and like
they did the Mummy, and they did the Hand, the the Hand.
Yeah,
they did the Hand at fuck. It's the first time they're in the house. It's the first like big son of a bitch. It's when Eddie breaks his arm.
Yeah,
and he's coming after them, and you can see the werewolf hand.
Yeah,
that was about it that we really got.
Yeah, but like most of like the forms that it takes are like original things specifically cultivated for this movie.
Yeah,
but like that specific reference was like that's a very specific movie reference, and I loved it. Another layer on top of that, it and John Carpenter's The Thing have very similar stories. They're both cosmic entities. They're aliens that have crashed to Earth millions of years ago.
Yeah.
They're shapeshifters. So I think it was a little tongue-in-cheek thing. And also, they both got really stupid titles.
Yeah.
It's The Thing. Yeah, so I loved everything about that.
Good, I'm really glad for you.
I was happy.
They definitely did give Eddie and... Nope, it's gone. Good. They gave Eddie and Richie a lot of gold throughout this whole movie. They really let them be stars.
Yeah.
Fuck. Bill Hader he has some good fucking lines.
I think they really...
Same with Eddie and his reactions.
Yeah. I think they really built those two up because of what they added, or I don't know if they added it onto... forgetting his fucking name again. Bill Hader's character. Richie, yes, thank you. So I don't know if it's in the source material, but in this movie...
I have not... Okay, yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah.
Is Richie gay in the book, and I just...
I have no idea, but in this one...
I haven't gotten that far.
Richie is a closeted homosexual.
Which adds a lot to his... Yeah.
Like, they tie it into the attack in the beginning of the movie, which is also in the beginning of the book, right? At the fair.
Yeah. So that was something that happened in Stephen King's.
Yeah.
Actual, like from what I've been listening to, that actually happened in like Stephen King's hometown or something.
Okay.
And that's what kind of spurred.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the book.
Yeah.
Itself.
Yeah.
Was this one horrific fucking act and how somebody can do something like this.
Yeah.
And he blamed it on a dancing club. I mean, like, there are a lot of layers to peel back with the fucking hate crimes that are in small towns in general.
Yeah.
And that's something that he's also looking at. So that kind of brings a lot to Richie's character and the fear.
Yeah.
Of going back there as a whole.
Yeah.
Because he's in a big city now, and that's...
And he's a successful comedian.
So, like, nobody's gonna give a fuck, but you go back to that backwoods bullshit fucking... I don't know.
Where a gay couple was just attacked.
Were just fucking killed.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of fear there.
Yeah.
And the fact that I think they said he was in love with Eddie.
Yeah, definitely.
The E, I'm assuming, is what that is.
Yeah. Like, they never, state all this stuff explicitly. It's all, really heavily hinted. Like, Pennywise taunts him for it. I know your secret. Your dirty little secret. And, his flashback as a kid in the arcade, trying to play, another game with Henry's cousin, and then Henry comes and...
Which, I didn't take that... I didn't take it as that until Henry made that comment.
Yeah.
I was just...
Called him the F word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't take it like that.
Yeah. But, it was interesting.
Somebody please tell me if it's actually in the book.
Yeah.
Because I questioned that throughout. Because I'm not fucking stupid. As soon as I started to see what the kind of things they were planting, I'm like, oh, this is going to be his...
Yeah.
This is going to be his secret. And so I was wondering throughout the entire, little last half of the fucking movie,
Yeah.
Is this in the fucking book? Somebody tell me. Please. I need to
Leave
know.
it in the comments.
I need to fucking know.
Okay, so